quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
down.
Watch him. He's going to step. He's going to go for the. It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CFSL, brought to you by PX1 Sports. We're here to take a look at the Virginia Tech Hokies up against the Penn State Nittany Lions. We've got an overcast skies, moderate winds, and it's 39 degrees, a little bit chilly, but perfect for football playing weather here in Beaver Stadium. My name is Morty, and I'm joined by Valente. How we feeling, my man?
Today, I feel like we have a lot of games that'll be up for Game of the Week at the end of this week. This Tuesday night is stacked. We're starting off with the Hokies and the Nittany Lions. Both teams looking for their first win.
A little bit windy here at kickoff, 8 miles per hour to be exact as we start this return up the middle. It's going to be Neil Downs with a 24-yard return.
And I talked to Nate earlier. I asked him about his keys to victory tonight. He said on offense, we have to convert those third downs and protect the ball. Always keep moving forward. Defensively, we have to win the turnover battle. If we can do that, we're going to have the chance all night long.
2 receivers on each side, stepping back just a couple steps. Great throw at the middle. Looks like he was going for the ref there.
He did have an open receiver there, but just a tad too far. The wind's definitely going to play a factor in this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more run game go through as one receiver lines up through each side and faking the handoff, stepping back yet again. Good throw up the left side, able to find a first down and some change on top of that. That's Kabil Locklear for a 20-yard reception.
Yeah, the big tight end coming up big right here, just wide open on the left side after this play action, and just a great throw, great pitch and catch for a nice gain of 20 yards.
Great throw by Busby, and even better catch from the big-time tight end Locklear. As they line up on the ball, first down yet again here at the 48-yard line, more than halfway down the field on the left hash mark with the receiver on each side. It's Busby and friends lock up right here, handoff to the right side, and it's going to go down. That's Ravana Kozlov with a 2-yard rush.
Ravana Kozlov coming off a slower game, 23 carries for 65 yards last week against Florida, getting started early on with a couple yards there.
And the Hokies are halfway down the field. A lot of bodies on the line of scrimmage. Taking one off, faking the handoff. Busby looking for a throw up left side, but it doesn't go complete.
A great pressure there off the play action. And man in his face, he just got to throw that one away. Live to see another down. Brings up a big third down here at midfield.
This conversion is big. It's going to determine how the rest of the drive goes. You got to keep the chains moving. And this is a big pass that has to go through. Busby goes up left side. The pass connects to Willie Bertram for 6 yards, but not able to find the first down here, which means they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, punting from inside Penn State territory, looking to pin them back deep. And that's a good catch there by Willie Bertram, who had a big game last week, 6 catches for 102 yards. And a touchdown against the Gators.
Yeah, I can tell VT feel confident going into this matchup, but we're going to see how the rest of the game goes. Is now in control of the ball are the Nittany Lions, and they've got a lot of receivers on the line of scrimmage, stepping back in the pocket, looking for a throw. He's got all day to hang out back there, able to find on the very left side Cyrus Sapp for a 21-yard reception. Great throw.
Well, we have an early theme of this game, and it's tight ends are going to become big players here in this game, just wide open off the play action again. That's exactly where you're going to find these tight ends.
It's going to give them another first down, and they've still got a good amount of field to go. But, I mean, if we keep making plays like that, I can imagine the Nittany Lions will be down there in the end zone before you can even blink. Handoff going to the left side, running way up left. That's Richard Williams with a 9-yard rush, just shy of a first down.
A good carry there by Richard Williams, a season 24 All-American, looking to build on this excellent career he has.
Papadakis stepping back in the pocket. He's got a little bit of pressure in the pocket, forced to throw it away to Live to see another down.
And a 3rd and 1, very short third down here. Penn State, you have one of the best running backs at getting 1 yard in this entire league. Might as well try and get him one up the middle.
Yeah, that could easily go to Williams right here. but doesn't go too well. 4th and 1, gonna force another punt.
That gutsy call there, looking for the wide receiver screen, and Skinner just read that one. Luckily for Penn State, they're able to punt this one away. Skinner almost took that one back for 6.
Only 2 minutes into the game so far, and it looks like a defensive battle as the Hokies get control of the ball yet again. Neil Downs runs up middle for 7 yards. Now the offense takes the field for the Hokies.
A solid field position to start this drive, and just a great way to open this game for both of these defenses.
As we see in the chat, the first drive jitters are gone from both sides now as Busby handing it off to the right side is Ravana Kozlov with a 1-yard rush.
And that's a great job there by the Penn State defense coming up there, swarming on Kozlov, not allowing him to get much on that carry.
2 receivers on the left side. Busby could easily be handing this off, or maybe those receivers are lined to do a bit of blocking. Handing it off, but running up the right side instead is Ravana Kozlov, finding 90 yards on the rush. We're just shy of another first down, 3rd and inches.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a look into what Kozlov can be. I mean, he's a bruiser. He just ran through some defenders there. 3rd and inches, 3rd and very short for the Hokies.
Running it up the middle yet again, Ravana Kozlov secures the first down and 7 yards on top of that.
And that's a great block, great blocking up front there by that offensive line, just making a hole big enough to get that first down and a little bit more.
On the 41-yard line towards the right hash mark, almost halfway down the field. The Hokies have been doing a good job of continuing this drive so far. Busby felt pressure in the pocket, forced to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, quick pressure there by that Penn State defense, and that's what they need to look for here. They need to force Virginia Tech into these quick, short throws.
They've got some big boys on the D line there. I mean, Busby's got to be careful. He does not want to go up against them if he doesn't have to. So good job on playing it safe. Stepping back in the pocket yet again, feels pressure yet again. Camille Locklear does get his hands on the ball, though, for a 5-yard reception. 3rd and 5 is where the Hokies stand.
And that's a quick throw that's going to bring up a crucial 3rd down. They're 1 for 2 on 3rd down to start this game.
2 receivers on the left, 1 on right, on the right hash marker, the 46. Busby stepping back yet again, feels pressure, throws it deep though, and way downfield. A fantastic reception from Tatum Melanishin. That's 44 yards, continuing this drive with ease.
And what a play that was. We're going to get another look at this. Bam, beautiful, good throw, giving your receiver a chance to make that grab. And they're inside the red zone now, starting here at the 10.
On the left hash mark of the 10, 1 receiver on each side. I see Kabil out there as well. Busby's looking for a target. Quick throw off to the left. He goes to 10, running upfield just shy of the end zone. That's Jonathan Sherwood, 9 yards on the reception, 1 yard out from the end zone. This could be the play. Our first touchdown of the night, and the Hokies are looking to make it happen. 2 receivers on the right. Busby steps back, looking for a target. Target acquired. Kabil Locklear with a touchdown for the Hokies.
Just a great play. We said these tight ends are going to get involved. They're going to be big players. And that is a great play, but we're going to have a booth review here.
As we watch over the play yet again, he looks into me.
Definitely in.
Yeah, not too much to review there. That looks good.
Ruling on the field stands.
Yep, play stands. I mean, it looked good to me as we go for a kick. Looking for 7. And it's good. 7 points for the Hokies. That's a good way to start the first quarter.
And I can't blame the Zebras trying to make sure they're getting that one right. And luckily, they kept that. That was a good catch. That's a good catch on Sundays as well, I believe. Got both feet down.
Instead of going for the run, quick kneel from the Nittany Lions. Going to start off this drive in a safe spot. Looking to play it slow and steady. Lining up on the ball. Middle of the field, 25-yard line. Nittany Lions. Papadaki hands it off, but is rushed by a sea of white. Richard Williams loses a couple yards on that.
And there weren't any blockers out there on that right side. Let's get another look at this. And they're just outmanned there. Stony Deal credited with the tackle for loss, but that, got to give credit to the entire defense there.
Yeah, fantastic blitz. They read that like a book and just put so much pressure on the run. I mean, there's no way he's getting through that many bodies. 2nd and 12 is where they stand. Papadaki steps back, feels a bit of pressure in the pocket, forces to throw up left. That's Otis Boudreau for a 15-yard reception.
Yeah, that is a great throw and a great catch right there. Let's get another look at this one. He just steps to his right. Nice anticipatory throw right there. Just throw, I would say he even threw him open there.
And lining up on the left hash mark of the 37-yard line. Nittany Lions looking to continue this drive. Handoff up the middle, but the D-line just put so much pressure on him.
I'll tell you what, this Virginia Tech defense came ready for Richard Williams. They knew that he's going to have to be a key factor in this win, and I mean, they've been swallowing him up here early on.
Swallowed him up, you say, as we line up for 2nd and 12. And stepping back, Papadaki yet again feels pressure in the pocket, forces a throw. It goes to Otis Boudreau yet again, 5 yards on the reception, 3rd and 7.
They're going to make this 3rd down a bit closer. Ben just called me a good catch on Sundays. I don't know how to feel about that.
I just tend to ignore the chat. I'm just kidding. I don't ignore y'all. I wasn't going to talk about it as Papadaki steps back. Good throw up right side, but getting swarmed by the defense yet again. The Hokies did not come to play around.
And they're targeting Richard Williams. I mean, that's just a great play by Virginia Tech's defense, a great heads-up play, and they're just ready to eat that one alive.
A great shutdown by the Hokies. Not necessarily a 4th and out, but they did stop the Nittany Lions from getting too far downfield. Neil Downs picks up the return for 6 yards. Going to put them in a decent spot to start this next drive.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting at the 27-yard line.
And 2 receivers on each side. Busby's got a lot of targets. Let's see where he goes. Pressure in the pocket, forces a throw. Incomplete, though. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he heard footsteps. He didn't want to get hit there and just made a business decision to drop that one.
It's all business here in the Beaver Stadium. As Busby hands it off to Kozlov, but only finds 1 yard of the rush, 3rd and 9.
And that's a huge play there by Cletus Jackson, 6'5", 395 pounds. The 5-star making a big hit there, forced 3rd and 9.
Absolute behemoth for the Nittany Lions, looking to cause a 4th and out right here for the Hokies as 2 receivers line up on the right, moving Kabeel up left. Busby steps way back. He gets a throw out, decent blocking, but not good enough to get Ravana very far. 4th and 7 is where they stand. Gonna force a punt, and that's a 4th and out. That's huge.
Yeah, that is huge, and Penn State ready to take that screen. They wanted to try and catch that Penn State defense, off guard, but I mean, they've just been ready from the jump.
Incredible defensive battle so far, as Nittany Lions now have their hands on the ball. That's Derek Tolliver with an 11-yard return.
I also wanted to mention, I talked to Travis earlier too, asked his keys to victory. He said they need to establish their offense tonight. We have to play sound defense and be opportunistic, much like we did against Texas A&M, but this time we need to get our playmakers in open space and allow them to be explosive.
Let's see if those keys will unveil the lock for Beaver Stadium as Papadaki hands up onto it, and he runs up left side, runs straight down the middle. He's able to find 21 yards on the rush. Way to fight for some yards.
Yeah, and this is a very, very tall dude making a play here. 6'9", 225 pounds, and he's got the ability to move with his legs. And you just gotta respect it. If you're the Hokies defense, you have to respect that.
Only 225 at that height. I mean, the aerodynamics are definitely in his favor. No wonder he's able to get down the field so fast. 2 receivers up left side. Papadaki looking for a target, and the pass is complete. Almost there, and able to barely get his feet to where the chains needed to be. That's a 1st down from Cyrus Sapp.
And over on Twitch, we have a 1-yard touchdown run by Zacchaeus Mosley. Auburn's going to take a 7-3 lead on Texas with 1:58 left to go in the 1st quarter.
Papadaki steps back on left side, gets a good quick pass up left side, and it goes to Richard Williams for a 20-yard reception. We're 1st and goal for the Nittany Lions.
And this is a great play. They're just going to have Richard Williams swing out left, catch this pass, run through a few defenders, and a nice gain into the red zone.
Here we are, 9 yards away from the end zone. 2 receivers on the right side. And Papadoki's looking to make a massive play right here. Stepping back in the pocket, feels pressure, throws it out of bounds. He needs to. That's a business decision.
And that was a great play, able to keep this one alive. And the Virginia Tech defense, they are showing no mercy. I saw that hit after the play.
The Hokies are not going to play around, but neither did. That's got to be Richard Williams on the run, but didn't get very far, lost 4 yards. And I mean, the Nittany Lions are not nearly as close to the goal line as they want to be right now.
And this was a great swarm here from the Virginia Tech defense. And Jalen Tomlinson, first contact, but Jason Eskew credited with the tackle for loss. Penn State 0 for 2 on third down.
2 receivers on each side, the left hash mark of the 13. Papadoki steps back. He sees the target of the end zone. That's Knight Rowe, who's got his feet in there. Touchdown for the Nittany Lions.
And they're just going to find him wide open in the back of the end zone. And no defense there from the Hokies. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch to get them on the board. They're going to tie this one up after an Angus Osborne PAT, potentially.
Potentially. The odds are high, but never 100%. High enough to get them 7 on the board to match up with the Hokies. 7-7 as we're close to rounding out the first quarter, but a little bit of time left for the Hokies to maybe find some comeback opportunity. On the kick with the return, Hokies run up right side. Trucks through one, but gets shut down by another. Tatum Elinition with 22 yards on the return. Not too bad.
A solid return, but ultimately a bit of a net negative as they're going to start here at the 22-yard line.
22-yard line, the right hash mark with 2 receivers on each side. Busby looking for something big here. He gets the handoff. That's Kozlov on the rush up front, able to find 6 yards. 2nd and 4.
Patience from Kozlov on this play, just waiting to find a hole. Got one big enough for a 6-yard gain, and 6 yards of play is nothing to hate.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on left. Busby deciding to hold on to it, though. He's running upfield. He saw a hole, and he took it. 12 yards on the rush. That's first down for the Hokies.
And it looked like the pressure was about to come up the middle. You saw it open up. He's just going to roll out right for a nice gain. They're up here at the 40-yard line now.
Great play from Busby, and the Hokies need to continue this drive. The 40-yard line, good throw up right side. Ravana Kozlov gets put down quick.
And that's a great play. They're just going to hit Kozlov here and wait for it. Bam.
Ooh.
Beautiful hit there.
Damn. That's got to hurt. Man, that did not look good. Not look pretty at all for Kozlov, but he stands up tall and is able to shake it off and keep moving. 2nd and 1 is where the Hokies stand on the right hash mark. Just about halfway down the field. Another handoff to Kozlov. He's not shook after that last hit. He's able to find a first down, 7 yards on the rush.
This is the way you want this drive to go. If you're Virginia Tech, just hand the ball off, wear this Penn State defense down, and it's working.
Kozlov is a monster, man. He's doing a great job every time he gets his hands on the ball. Big throw up right side. And yet again, Tatum Elinition with a big reception. Not too common of a target, but every time she gets the ball, she goes pretty far with it.
And over on Twitch, we have a 5-yard touchdown pass to Rondon. Auburn taking a 14-3 lead with 7 seconds left in the first quarter.
Handoff yet again. This time going to Neil Downs, but didn't find much yardage off of it. 2nd and 11.
And that is a great play there by Vaughn Ritchie, and this Penn State defense, they've been able to make a couple of plays in the run game, and that's just a great play as we are ready to wrap up this first quarter.
5 seconds left on the clock. Hokies still going to snap the ball before it comes around. One more play, handing it off to Kozlov with 3 yards on the rush. 3rd and 8 is where they stand as we wrap up the first quarter. 7-7. Penn State up against the Hokies. We'll be back in just a moment. The end of the first quarter, the start of the second. And the Hokies looking to continue this drive as they're more than halfway down the field. Busby's got a lot of room to play with. Good target, finds up right side, able to find 20, down to the 10. 24-yard reception from Neil Downs, their 1st and goal.
And they're just going to put their faster back in on this play. Great blocking there just hits kneel downs, gives them enough room to make a play in open space, and now they're in the red zone, threatening another score.
They have a dual threat between Kozlov, just an absolute beefcake, a madman. And then you've got Neil Downs, who's got speed for days. I mean, boost on his cleats. That guy is fast. As he steps back in the pocket, a lot of pressure, though. He's going it for a throw, but incomplete. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, great coverage. You don't want to force anything. You're this far down the field. At the bare minimum, you at least want your 3. But live to see another down. Hopefully you can get your 6 here.
One receiver on each side. Moving Cavill over. Handoff goes to Kozlov. Running up right side. He gets into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Hokies.
And this is great blocking. Hopefully we get another look at this one, but that's just a great play by Kozlov, showing the patience and the great blocks up front by these big boys, and Jonathan Sherwood out there getting a block as well.
And the kick just as successful. 14 points on the board for the Hokies, and the Nittany Lions need to find an answer. On the return, that's Derek Tolliver with 20 yards on the return as they start things off here in the second quarter, their first drive.
And over on Twitch, we have a 35-yard touchdown pass to Luther McDonald. Texas now trails 14-10 with 8:03 left in the second quarter.
Papadaki forced to run out of pocket. Too much pressure there. Finds a good throw up middle. Goes to Jeff Macklin for 18 yards on the reception. That's a first down and some change on top of that.
I mean, what a play here. We're going to watch this one more time. Papadaki rolling out, steps away from a hit. He steps up and throws cross body. Makes a perfect throw. I mean, there was no doubt that one was getting in there. I mean, that was a great throw. Just great improv work there by Apollo Papadaki out of the pocket.
Yeah, he played that very well. I definitely appreciate how he's able to read that situation. 2 bodies on each side, and Papadaki looking for a big throw up right side, but gets swatted down by Nate Skinner.
And that's the second time that Skinner's read that one. If they do that one more time, you know the saying, 3rd time's the charm. Either it's going to work for them or Skinner's going to take that one to the house next time.
Yeah, there'd be a hat trick for Skinner. Lining up 2nd and 10. This time going for a handoff. Pitch out right side. Goes to Richard Williams, but he gets taken down in the backfield. 3rd and 13 is where the Nittany Lions stand.
And that's the corner crew, Henderson. You got to give credit to this Virginia Tech defense. They've been ready for Richard Williams all night long.
Lining up on the left hash mark, the 41-yard line. Almost halfway down the field. Papadaki steps way back, just looking for a quick throw. He's able to get it off, and just shy of that first down line, Richard Williams on the rush. But 4th and 4 is where they sit. They're forced to punt it away.
You got to give credit to Williams. They're fighting for every inch that he could get. But they're going to have to punt this one away. Virginia Tech making a great stop, and they're going to get the ball back here.
Goes out of bounds. And back on offense. The Hokies did a good job defending that drive. Now the offense has to respond to keep them ahead in this game, because we're still got plenty of time here in the second quarter. Running up left side, that's Ravana Kozlov with a 1-yard rush.
He's had a solid game. That's his 10th carry for 43 yards on the night, bringing up 2nd and 9.
He's been a great go-to guy. Kozlov is the guy. I mean, you said it perfectly earlier. When you need a couple yards, hand it off to him. He's going to find him. Looking for a throw. Busby finds one up left side. That's John Lee with 3 yards, 3rd and 6.
And that's going to bring up a very important 3rd down, because if you can't get this, Penn State's going to get the ball back with really good territory to start their next drive.
You mentioned it earlier. These 3rd down conversions are extremely important for the Hokies to have in control. Big throw up left side. It's complete. Great block from one of the receivers, Ravana Kozlov, with an 8-yard reception that gets them the first down.
Yeah, and this screen game has been working for them. The blocking up front, the most important part of this screen game, has just been efficient and just a great play there by Koz.
Another good throw. Ravana runs upfield, but the defense read it like a book. He's shut down quick. 2nd and 10.
Omari Slade credited with the tackle there, and that's a good way to stunt Ravana Kozlov.
2nd and 10 towards the left hash mark of the 25-yard line. Big throw up right side, goes a little bit down the middle, finds a couple yards. 3rd and 2 from Willie Bertram.
That's his 2nd catch of the game. This is going to make this 3rd down a bit easier. Virginia Tech 4 for 6 on 3rd downs.
Hand it off to Kozlov. Let him find a couple yards. We're going for a throw instead, but the defense read it one more time. 4th and 2 is where they sit. Force a punt away yet again. The defensive battle is crazy here.
It's a great defensive battle, and Slade got pressure there almost immediately. Had to fire that one off, and incomplete, and Penn State getting the ball back just outside of the 40.
So not a bad spot to start their drive. I mean, Penn State are almost halfway down the field. 1 first down, and they will be, as 2 receivers line up on each side. Papadaki has his hands on the ball. Big throw to 13 at Knight Row, finds 4 yards.
And that might have been the greatest 4-yard grab I think I've ever seen. He caught that one one-handed for a nice 4-yard gain. 4 yards every play. You'll never lose a game.
Handoff up right side, goes to Richard Williams for 5 yards.
A great run there by Richard Williams, puts him back in the net positive for this game. Penn State only 1 for 4 on 3rd down.
3 receivers on the left, a lot of targets for Papadaki to look at. Big throw up left side, and it goes to Cyrus Sapp. He gets that first down needed.
Hey, you don't need it all in one play. All you got to do is just get it past the sticks. Now they're up past midfield. This is the start you needed to this drive.
2 receivers on the right. Papadaki fakes the handoff, looking to hold on to it, but read like a book. Papadaki's taken down in the backfield.
And that was read like a book. They took away the running back and the quarterback. All you got to do is just make that tackle. And that's hard to do, the 6'9", 225 quarterback, but Marcel Wheeler coming up, making a big play there.
The Hokies defense are definitely showing up and showing out right now. 2nd and 14. Big throw up the middle, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 14.
A great deflection there by Skinner. That's his 3rd deflection of the night.
Fantastic play from the Hokies D here in the 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass yet again. Papadaki was not able to find his target and forced to punt it away yet again and let the Hokies have control of the ball.
Over on switch, we have a 2-yard touchdown pass to Daff Rhodes. Texas now up 17-14 with 4:23 left in the half.
4.5 minutes here in the 2nd quarter as the Hokies get control of the ball yet again. 2 receivers on each side. I see Kabil on the line as well. Busby steps a couple steps back, finds a big throw up the left side that goes to John Lee with a 15-yard reception. That's a good way to start the drive.
That it is. Great throw over the middle there. Just finds a small gap there. A tight window throw, very underappreciated throw there from Busby, and just a great play to get this drive started.
Lining up on the 35 towards the left hash mark. A lot of receivers on the line of scrimmage. A big throw up the middle yet again. Another great throw from Busby and a great catch as well from Cam Ellis. 21 yards on the reception.
And that's his first catch of the game, and that is going to be huge as they get up past midfield. And they're starting fast. They're going fast this drive here.
More than 35 yards in 2 plays for the Hokies to start off this drive. This kind of momentum is exactly what they need to stay in the lead. With 4 minutes left on the clock, Busby stepping way back. The blitz is real, and a good throw to Kozlov, but couldn't find any yardage out of it. 2nd and 14.
And a great play there by, I believe, Cletus Jackson was the one who made that tackle. And he's a big dude. We mentioned him earlier, but the way he was able to keep up with Kozlov there is super impressive.
On the 48, more than halfway down the field. That's not a bad position for the Hokies, but they need to find a big drive here. Forced to throw it out of bounds because the pressure from the D-line is just too much for the O-line to handle. 3rd and 14.
0 business days for the delivery there for this Penn State defense.
All business on the throw, though. Look at Busby with a perfect spiral down the middle, but it's deflected down by Von Ritchie.
Yeah, great play. Penn State, they're going to get this ball back. And Virginia Tech, they started off this drive good, but that Penn State defense showing that bend, don't break mentality here. So they're going to get this one back, pinned deep in their own territory potentially.
That great momentum that I mentioned a little bit earlier has been shut down quick. In the blink of an eye is what it felt like, is looking back at it. 3:45 left here in the second quarter, and the Nittany Lions just got their hands back on the ball. Papadaki and the rest of the offense for the Penn State Lions lining up here on the left side. That's a great target that Papadaki found. Richard Williams picks up 14 yards on the reception.
Yeah, and if you give Williams a chance to make a play in open space, he's going to. That's just a great play. They're going to hit him on the swing out left. He's just going to run through the defender for a nice 14-yard gain.
Two receivers on each side yet again. And Papadaki hands the ball off, though, and running straight up the middle. He gets straight into contact with one of the defenders, but he fought for some yards. 2nd and 3.
And that delayed handoff was absolutely beautiful. It gives you enough time to open a gap, and Williams just hit that for a nice 7-yard gain.
Great job from the O-line as well for creating that hole as Papadaki steps back, but he's sacked in the backfield for -8 yards. That is bad news for Penn State.
Patrick O'Campbell with the 2nd tackle for loss of the game. 1st sack. He's just going to find his way inside off the edge, and just beautiful hit. Brings up 3rd and 11 for Penn State.
Look at that clothesline. I mean, it's not easy to take down a big boy like Papadaki. I mean, he got a little bit of air on that jump. I don't know if you saw that, but, I mean, toes off the ground and went for it, and he brought him down quick. 3rd and 11, and Penn State need this 3rd down conversion. Papadaki in the pocket, feels comfortable, finds a target up right side, and able to find that 1st down is Knight Rowe.
A great play here, just wide open. The speedy Knight Rowe gets past the linebacker and just enough space to get that 1st down and keep this drive alive.
He couldn't fight for too much once he got his hands on the ball, but getting the catch was the important thing there, and he got it done. So now they're more than halfway down the field. The Nittany Lions continuing their drive with 2 receivers on the left side, but Papadaki's holding onto the ball. He's outside of the pocket. The O-line's putting in some work right now and able to find a target, but there's a flag on the play.
That might be an illegal forward pass.
Illegal touching.
Okay, so the receiver stepped out of bounds. There was a couple of things right there that could have been flags. That he was very close to the line of scrimmage when he was about to throw that ball.
And finds the target up the right side. And going downfield, pretty good amount there. Cyrus Sapp for the 22-yard reception.
And this is another great play, just a short throw to the outside of the big tight end. Just enough of blocking out there to get into the open space. Makes one guy miss and just a lot of green grass ahead of him there.
On the right hash mark of the 32-yard line, Nittany Lions are closer and closer to the end zone by the minute, but only 2 minutes left till halftime. Knight Rowe gets 8 yards on the reception.
I said 3rd time's the charm, and that means it finally worked. On the wide receiver screen over on Twitch, 1-yard touchdown run by Zacchaeus Mosley. They're going to take the lead 21-17 with 1:51 left in the half.
Penn State, you've got plenty of time to play with. No need to be too stressed out. Don't do anything too crazy. 3rd and 2 is where they sit after a not so good pass from Papadaki, forced to throw it out of bounds. Let's see if they can get another 1st down to get closer to the goal line. Handoff goes to Richard Williams, but couldn't find any yards off of it. This could be field goal territory.
And it most likely will be. Great play there by Alfredo Barfield. He's just going to meet Richard Williams in the gap and swallow that one up as they're going to attempt a 42-yard field goal here.
It's a bit of a long kick. It's a little windy outside. Let's see if they can make it happen, though. The odds are never 0. As they're letting the clock run down, they don't want to give the Hokies too much time to play with after this play. So draining the clock for every second it's worth. False start?
False start.
This one's going to move backwards.
Still fourth down.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
47-yarder now.
That's a hell of a kick. Let's see how it goes. It's in. Great kick there. Penn State just got 3 more on the board.
And that is a really good kick. That one went down the middle, and we have some wind in play as well. So, I mean, that kick is even more impressive the more you think about it in our conditions. I'll have a Twitch update here in just a moment. And the Hokies, they have about 64 seconds to go down and, maybe make this a 2-possession game before halftime.
Fantastic play from Penn State. 3 more points on the board, and Hokies looking to make something happen with the final minute that's left. Busby runs upfield. He's able to shake off one, but a swarm of other defenders. Good Lord, it's a dog pile up middle. Timeout from VT.
And over on Twitch, we have a 76-yard touchdown pass to Blake Brock as Texas is going to take the lead back 24-21 with 58 seconds left in the half.
Rushing back on the ball. Busby's in the pocket. A big throw up left side. Oh, Butterfingers couldn't hold on to it, though.
Yeah, just off the hands of the receiver. Perfect throw, and that's what we like to call a good underthrow there. And the BB just over pursued it and just wasn't able to make the play there.
It is what it is. You still got time to play. 50 seconds on the clock. Busby feels pressure in the pocket. He's rolling out. He's running upfield. First down found, and a bit of change on top of that. 11 yards on the rush.
And what a play that was. It looked like he had happy feet in the pocket, but then took a deep breath and just took off running for that first down.
And Busby in pocket yet again. A quick throw this time. A lot. Oh! Oh, the Nittany Lions got their hands on the ball.
And if you're Virginia Tech, that is not what you wanted at all. Just a great play there by Carlos Rooks, I believe, came up with that one. And now they're going to have a chance to maybe take the lead here or bring this within 1 point. They're going to start at their own 41-yard line with 40 seconds left.
Hokies try to play that one fast and loose, and it was just a little bit too loose, and they let go of the ball. Papadaki finds a target up the middle of the field, but it goes incomplete. 30 seconds for them to work with, and they've got 3 timeouts to utilize with 36 seconds on the clock. What are the odds, Val? What are the odds they score one more time before halftime rolls around? I'd say they're not too shabby myself. Papadaki finds a throw, but it goes out of bounds.
Well, those odds just dropped a bit, and if you convert this third down, then they, shoot back up. But all you got to do is convert this third down, and you're in pretty good position to score before half.
Stepping back way in the pocket, quick throw up right side, but he gets shut down quick after the catch. 5 yards on the reception, but timeouts utilized.
And they're going to punt this one back to Virginia Tech. They'll most likely run the clock out, considering they have no timeouts, but it all depends on what this return looks like.
Not good. Good Lord, he did not get very far. Dude, I can tell that was probably the quickest return I've ever seen. Penn State were on top of that like flies on doo-doo. Lining up on the ball, the left hash mark of the 22, and Busby hands it off to Kozlov, runs upfield for 1 yard.
Yeah, so that's most likely going to be the last play of this first half.
But man, that was electric. The odds for just a moment felt pretty high for the Nittany Lions to get back in this game, but it didn't work out too well for them. 14-10 with the Hokies up 4. How are we feeling after the first half here, Val?
It was a pretty good first half, and like we mentioned, defensive first half, but Penn State, they have a lot of momentum on their hands after the way they ended that half, as they get that field goal and that interception that didn't really come nothing of that one, but still a great way to end off that half. I believe that Virginia Tech is going to start the half with ball, so if they can get another stop, you're going to feel really good about yourself. But if I'm Virginia Tech, you got to get the ball to the playmakers still. Got to hit Tatum. You got to find Ravana, Kozlov, and just push your way down the field like you were able to in that first quarter. As we see here, pretty even game in terms of time of possession. About a 30-second spread there. Penn State 6 more passing yards, and Virginia Tech 72 rushing yards. they have that turnover, but most importantly, they have the lead. And while we wait for this third quarter kickoff over on Twitch, we have another Texas touchdown. Barry Thomas, after a 6-yard touchdown passes, they go up 31-21 at the end of the half.
A great way to end out the second quarter. The first half is done and done with. Second half is here. Third quarter starts now. And just like you said, Penn State are going to start this drive off their way, but kneeling in the backfield. They're wanting to play this return safe.
Okay, so I had that wrong. Penn State does get the ball to start the half, so they're going to have a chance to continue that momentum and potentially take this lead over Virginia Tech.
Let's see how their first play of the second half goes, with a lot of bodies on the line of scrimmage, stepping back quite a bit. Stiff arming one down, Richard Williams, but he falls down with the stiff arm.
Able to get 3 yards out of that one. That looked like it could have been a negative play, but luckily able to come out of that one with 3.
And lining back up yet again, 2nd and 7. Papadaki hands the ball off quick to Kozlov, but he's clotheslined down. 3rd and 10.
And I don't really agree with the second down play call going back to Williams. And a good tackle there by Stoney Deal, but now they essentially know what you're doing here. You're obviously going to throw the ball. Now you kind of got rid of the mysteriousness in your play calling.
Papadaki finds a big throw up the left side, and it's complete for 45 yards. Row, row, row your boat not so gently down the field. 45 yards on the reception.
Okay, long story short, if you ever want to win a football game, do not listen to Valente. What a play that was from Mike Rowe. Papadaki just going to load that one up, and just a beautiful ball downfield.
Hey, thank God you're not an AD, big dog. As Papadaki steps back looking for a throw, and it is just complete. Sean Griffith, the 4-yard reception.
And a great play there. They're just going to keep trucking their way down the field here at the 25, and Marcel Wheeler credited with the tackle there.
2nd and 6. Papadaki stepping back. He's got room in the pocket. He's got time to play with, but the Hokies intercepted the ball. I repeat, the Hokies intercepted the ball, and it doesn't get too far with a quick dog pile right after. But Virginia Tech have just got possession.
And a great play there by Crew Henderson. He just undercuts that route there and able to get his hands extended just enough to get that ball. And they're going to return it out to about the 22-ish. So they're going to have solid position. They're not going to be backed all the way up in their own territory. So enough room to breathe to start this drive.
Beautiful, beautiful play there as Busby getting his hands on the ball and decides to run upfield and find 9 yards on the rush. Fantastic.
A good 9-yard carry there, bringing up 2nd and 1. And Busby, you got to respect his ability to run the football too.
He's a big boy himself. He might not be 6'9", but he's still got a bit of weight to him as he finds a good throw up to Kabil Locklear, secures a first down to continue the drive.
6'3", 212 to be exact.
Have you ever noticed that the Hokies jerseys kind of look like Marijuana ramen packets? Well, I might just be hungry, but I just kind of got the color scheme. Busby stepping back and looking for a throw up left side. Able to go to Kabil Locklear yet again for a first down.
And that's just a great throw and a great catch there by Locklear, finding his big tight end. I really don't want to acknowledge that ramen comment because I just ate.
I'm jealous. Busby looking for a throw. A lot of room in the pocket. Oh, Willie Bertram falls away with it. 15 yards on the reception. That was smooth. Look at this guy.
That was smooth. Able to get the toes down, and that's a catch on Sundays. And that is honestly an early catch of the year contender right there. What a catch that was.
Hey, he got his toes down, and that made me curl my toes. That was nice indeed. First down for the Hokies, lining up on the left hash mark of the 37. And stepping back is Busby. Big throw up left side. It's complete yet again, just shy of the end zone. Tatum Melanishin, just when you need her, she's right there.
And this is a beautiful route concept. You're going to have one blocker right as you catch this ball and just creates enough space for you to make an even bigger gain after the catch.
Beautiful play. The Hokies have a whole lot of momentum, and they just got to keep it going for 10 more yards. First and goal is where they stand. A lot of bodies on the line of scrimmage. Big throw up left side, but it's incomplete. Couldn't find Milanishyn there.
Yeah, great play there by the Penn State defense. Great coverage. It was only a matter of time before someone said Ayo to something you or I said.
This is second and goal. Two receivers on the right, handing off the ball though, and running upfield. Shuts down a one, but gets taken down by a few more. Ivana Kozlov with a 7-yard rush. One more run like that could get 7 more points on the board. Let's see if they can make it happen. Lining back up on the ball. VT looking to put this run in a coffin. One more play is all they need. Pitch onto the outside, but the Nittany Lions read it like a book. Kozlov gets taken down in the backfield. Looks like Hokies are going to have to settle for a field goal here.
Yeah, you got to give a lot of credit to this Penn State defense, especially down near the goal line. That's just a beautiful play there by Omari Slade and the rest of the Nittany Lions defense. They're going to force a field goal here, and they're still going to keep this within one possession.
And you know what, Val? 3 points are better than none. I'm not complaining if I'm a Hokies fan. 17-10 as we're halfway done. A little bit more than that with the third quarter. Penn State starting to return. Grayson James with a 29-yard return. Going to put them in a decent field position. Not too bad.
And Grayson James, he had a pick 6 last week. He's a Texas transfer, and a bit of a quiet day for him so far. But, I mean, if your name isn't called out a lot as a DB, that's usually a good thing.
And first down for the Nittany Lions. Papadaki steps way back, finds a good throw up the left side, goes to Otis Boudreaux for 5 yards.
And he's going to fight for every yard there for a nice 5-yard gain. Penn State looking to start this drive off good.
Good handoff up the middle, going to Richard Williams. It only finds 2 yards on the rush.
Yeah, I'm going to sound like a broken record when I say this, but we got to give credit to that Virginia Tech defense. They've been ready for Richard Williams all day long.
Beautiful, beautiful throw up the left side. Goes to Williams yet again. Whoa, he just stood a night row on the catch.
And he landed on a couple of Hokies bodies there, able to get back up, and beautiful screen, great blocking, and see where he's going to land on a few Hokies defenders, fighting for more yards. I mean, that's just a beautiful play.
That guy's like Superman. He just got knocked out by like 3 different people. He stands right back up and says, "What are you talking about?" And then he just kept going. That was crazy to see. First down on the left hash mark of the 47. As Papadaki steps back, bit of pressure in the pocket, forces a throw out to the sideline. Incomplete, though.
Which we have a 9-yard touchdown pass to Jack Hepner. Texas now up 38-21 with 5:24 left in the third.
Papadaki looking for a throw yet again. Faked the handoff and got his hands onto Richard Williams for a 6-yard reception. 3rd and 4 is where they stand.
And that's going to make this third down a lot shorter. And Penn State 5 for 11 on third downs here tonight.
Moving one over. Play action. 3rd and 4. And that's a quick throw up to Sean Griffith, but gets taken down in the backfield. 4th and 10 is not where Penn State thought they would be.
And that was a backwards pass. It looked like it was going to be a quick screen and maybe even a trick play there, but they're going to have to punt this one back to Virginia Tech.
Yeah, too far away for a field goal, but too close to really go for a 4th down securely. So going for a punt, forcing the ball back to the Hokies to start off their next offensive drive.
And this honestly wasn't the best punt. They're going to put Virginia Tech at the 28-yard line. They could have pinned them deep with that one, but
yeah, not too great, but it is what it is. Busby hands it off to Ravana Kozlov for 3 yards on the rush.
The punt wasn't great, but the defense was there. It's Cletus Jackson going to be the one bringing Kozlov down after a short 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. Looking for another big play. Busby hands it off. That's Kozlov on the run yet again, but he's taken down in the backfield, read quick by the Nittany Lions.
And that is a beautiful play there by Rustin Longmire. Is able to find enough time to get to the outside, and a nice tackle for loss. 5 for 10 on third down are the Hokies tonight.
And 2 receivers on the right side. Big step back as Busby looks for a target, but it's complete, but doesn't get them too far though. 4th and 10. That's a huge defense from the Nittany Lions.
And that is a huge defender right there too, Cletus Jackson. I mentioned it earlier how he was keeping up with Kozlov on those screens. Did it again. This shouldn't be a surprise no more.
Let's see how far this punt will go. Hopefully a little bit better than the last punt we saw from the Nittany Lions. Holy crap, it's a lot of yards. And sending him downfield and tackled right after. Derek Tolliver finds 13 yards.
And this is great field position for the Nittany Lions, up past the 40 to the 41 for them to start this drive.
1st and 10, 3 receivers on the left side. Papadaki fakes the handoff, holds onto it himself, runs way out right side, able to find a first down, but shut down quick right after.
Yeah, great play. He's just going to cut to the outside. There's not much there on the inside, so he finds his way outside for a nice 12-yard gain to move the chains.
2 receivers on each side yet again. Papadaki finds a quick throw up left side and fighting to get his feet into a first down. Knight Rowe with 11-yard reception.
Yeah, and this is a huge game for Rowe. 7 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown. Just an even better catch there on that screen.
Apollo Papadaki and friends. Oh, big throw up left side, but it's swatted down quick by the Hokies.
Yeah, Crew Henderson almost picked that one off again. They're going to count that one as a deflection. And Henderson, he's just been reading the eyes of Papadaki all night.
And with 2 on the backfield with Busby. Finds a big throw up the middle. It's complete. That's a first down and some change on top of that. Otis Boudreau.
And a great play there by Boudreau. And we're going to watch this one more time. Just in-breaking route there and makes a good play. They're going quickly this drive, and they're down to the 17-yard line.
One good play like that will get them to goal line as Papadaki steps way back. Big throw down the field, but it is incomplete. But they're just shy of the end zone. You got to play this a little bit smarter.
Yeah, that one not worth 3 points, but they still live to see another down.
Looking to even out this game. One big throw up the middle, yet again goes incomplete. 3rd and 10.
Okay, if this was Canadian football, it would be 17-16 right now. 2 passes through the uprights. Over on Twitch, Auburn gets a pick 6 as Quone Perkins. They trail 38-28 with 2:37 left in the 3rd.
Quick throw up the middle goes to Richard Williams, but only finds 3 yards on the reception. Looks like they're going for a field goal, and not too much yardage in the way between the field goal and them. So I think this would be pretty easy here.
Yeah, 31-yard kick here.
And it is complete. 13 points on the board for Penn State, and they're just 4 shy of where the Hokies stand. That means their next drive could be a winning one, but they've got to first shut out the Hokies offense yet again. Let's see how this return goes. Tatum Illinition with a 26-yard return. Not too shabby if I say so myself. Hokies got a decent way to start the field.
And I agree with the kick there from Penn State. I mean, your defense has been holding on for the last 2 quarters pretty much, so you might as well just take what you can get where you can get it.
Big throw from Busby, up right side. It's complete to Bertram for 9 yards.
And he's had a pretty quiet, underrated game. 4 catches for 38 yards, but all of his catches have been crucial to keeping these drives going, and Von Ritchie credited with the stop.
And going back yet again, big throw. Oh, handoff to Kozlov. 1 yard on the rush, though.
Yeah, able to move the sticks, but takes a big hit there by Barry Graves there at the end.
On the 40-yard line, the right hash mark with two receivers on the right side. Busby's going to hand this one off to Kozlov yet again. 6 yards on the rush, 2nd and 4.
And that's a very good 6-yard carry there. Cletus Jackson credited with the tackle.
Good place to be. 4 yards shy of halfway downfield. Handoff to Kozlov yet again, but the Nittany Lions read the rush like a book. 3rd and 4.
And there it is again. Cletus Jackson with another tackle for loss. I mean, I didn't expect the matchup to be Ravana Kozlov versus Cletus Jackson, but this has been a good one.
That it has, my friend. Another handoff, this time going to Neil Downs, but couldn't be too successful as he goes down just shy of the goal, the line. So no first down found. 4th and 1 is where they sit.
Yeah, Penn State gonna get this one back, and over on Twitch, we have a 3-yard touchdown run by Grayson Lee. Auburn's gonna cut the lead to 3. It's now 38-35 with 1:31 left in the 3rd.
And Penn State's odds of getting back in this game are slowly but surely going up as we're looking to round out the 3rd quarter here in just a moment and approaching 4th quarter territory. 30 seconds left before we get there. And Apollo Papadakis stepping back onto the field. He hasn't had a bad game.
Not at all. Solid game, pretty clean. You know, outside of that earlier interception to Crew Henderson.
Stepping back in the pocket, hands it off to Williams and finds a couple yards, 4 yards to be exact. 2nd and 6.
Rome wasn't built in the day of Morty, so this is definitely a great way to start this drive. Sony Deal credited with the tackle.
And they're looking to build an empire that Penn State won't forget anytime soon. Handoff, faking it off. That's Papadakis running up middle, fighting for the yards. He's able to find a first down and a bit of change on top of that. 1st and 10.
And a great run there by Papadakis. We don't see much of him running, but every time he does, I mean, they're just great.
Always great. And right before they line back up, we're wrapping up the 3rd quarter. 17-13. It's a close game, and the Nittany Lions have their hands back on the ball. Let's see how they end things out in the 4th. Fourth quarter territory, and the Nittany Lions feel pretty damn hopeful that they can get back into this game. Handoff to Williams, runs upfield, and he is not taken down anytime soon. That guy is an M1 Abrams.
Great run there. There's just a lot of Hokies defenders in there, but Williams showing great balance and great power, able to power forward for a first down.
Papadakis steps back in the pocket. He feels some pressure, and he's sacked before he can get the ball away. -8 yards, 2nd and 18. Great sack from Jason Eskew.
And what a game it's been for the 3-star freshman from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Just a great play there. Swarmed there. Patrick O'Campbell made it there in the backfield as well. Surprised we don't get half sacks around here because that would have been spread a bunch of different ways.
Hey, those Farmer boys are tough, man. Papadakis holds on to the ball, running up right side. Only finds 2 yards on the rush, though. 3rd and 15.
Yeah, bringing up a long 3rd down here, but they're in solid position to where, you know, any punt would put Virginia Tech back deep. But 3rd and 15, we know Papadakis got the arm for it.
That he does. A lot of pressure in the pocket yet again, though. Good Lord, what a throw, but it's a tad bit of an overshot.
Yeah, just a bit too far. When I said he had the arm for it, I did not think that it was that much of an arm. He overthrew both the defender and the receiver there. So they're going to punt this one back to Virginia Tech with a chance to pin him back deep.
And on the return is Neil Downs on 10. I can imagine he kind of overshot that one just based on the fact he did have an interception earlier. He turned it over, and probably a little scared that he didn't want to let that happen one more time. A little bit too much arm is what I'm seeing in the chat. So it is what it is. It's now the Hokies get their hands back on the ball. Busby hands this one off to Kozlov, who runs upfield for 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
And a solid game there and a good tackle by this Penn State defense and bringing up 2nd and 7.
2 on the left, 1 on the right. And handing it off to Kozlov yet again, who runs outside, swinging it loose, but only finds 1 yard on the rush.
Yeah, a lot of movement there just to get 1 yard. Rustin Longmire credited with the tackle. And Virginia Tech 5 for 12 on third down. They haven't converted a third down in a few drives.
That they have not. Busby stepping way back in the pocket, felt a bit of pressure and forced to throw it quick. Goes to John Lee for 16. I'm not mad about that at all if I'm a Hokies fan.
Well, there we go. There's that third down they were looking for.
That conversion was necessary to keep this drive going as they're 1st and 10, right halfway downfield. Another quick throw out to the sideline. Just going to make sure that they at least have it's a business decision, right?
Yep, and over on switch, a 4-yard touchdown pass to Jack Hepner. His second of the night. Texas back up 45-35. 8:38 left in the fourth.
Oh, Melanician with the toe drag swag. Gets a great reception on there. Gets him way downfield. 1st down for the Hokies.
And this is a great throw out to the sideline. Just breaks past Grayson James. And it looked like cover 2 there. So able to just split those safeties there. And that safety broke inside. And just a beautiful pass to the outside.
2 receivers on the left. A great pitch, but not going to get too far afterwards. Kozlov's taken down quick.
And that was a great pitch. It was read from early on, just a quick one at that, so it gave Penn State enough time to read that. Just a great play there by Yaya Blackburn.
This is our 2nd and 14. 29-yard line, left hash mark. Not a lot of field to play with, but you know what? That's exactly what the Hokies want. Nearing in on the end zone. Busby's back in the pocket, and he feels comfortable. He could have a margarita back there. Throws a quick one up to Kozlov. 7 yards on the reception. 3rd and 7 is their position.
A comfortable throw, but great coverage downfield, and you just want to hit your check down to make this third down a lot more manageable. Virginia Tech 6 for 13 on third down.
And Busby's in the pocket yet again, feeling a lot more pressure this time around, looking into the end zone, and that's John Lee with his feet back there. 22-yard touchdown for the Hokies.
And that just made this game a lot harder for the Nittany Lions, and they brought a lot of pressure there and just had a man in his face and still delivered a great ball. They now extend this to a 2-possession lead. This is the biggest lead of the game for Virginia Tech. Let's see if they can hold on here.
The odds for Penn State have just dropped tremendously, but their hope has not. Running upfield on the return is Grayson James for 22 yards, and they've got a lot of field to make up for if they want to get back into this game.
Yeah, a lot of field, but still a lot of time, and we've seen stranger things happen.
That we have. 1st and 10 for Penn State. As Papadaki looks for a throw, it's barely complete to Sean Griffith for 6.
A nice 6-yard gain to start this drive, and you got to keep it moving. Not necessarily on go mode just yet, but just got to keep these drives alive and keep pushing forward.
2nd and 4. And Papadaki's holding on to the ball. Faked the handoff, ran up right side, but he's taken down very, very quickly. 3rd and 1 is where he got, though.
Yeah, 3rd and very short. They're 5 for 14 on third downs.
1 more yard could get this drive going. And they're going to need a lot more yards after that. Good handoff going to Richard Williams. Able to find that 1st down needed. 5 yards on the rush.
And a great run there by Williams, but now you're going to have to start showing some urgency. It took you a full minute to get that 1st down, so this pacing is not the best. You got to move quicker.
Right, you got a lot more time on the clock. I would hope for a lot more throwing, and Papadaki's deciding to hold on to the ball and run up left side instead. Finds 8 yards on the rush.
I like the idea of not completely getting rid of the run game, but you still want to open up that playbook a lot more as we get under 5 minutes.
Right, we know he's got the cannon for it. He just doesn't want to lose the ball, so I can't blame him for wanting to be safe. Able to find a throw up the right side. That's exactly what they needed. Cyrus Sapp with the 31-yard reception.
There was nothing safe about that throw right there. This is just a beautiful throw. Papadaki going to find the right target. There's a lot of defenders in that area. Just enough room to make a play. And this is exactly what you're looking for. Those quick hitters, the ones that can go for even bigger than, you know, after the catch. So great drive here so far for the Nittany Lions.
If there has ever been a time that you need to be fast and loose, it's now. Papadaki running up the field himself for 9 yards on the rush, 2nd and 1.
And this is exactly what you need to do. You're in your range where you can, punch that ball in, and now your pacing looks incredible.
21 or the 11-yard line. Papadaki's in the pocket. He feels comfortable looking for a throw up the left side, but Nate Skinner, yet again, another deflection.
That was just a bit of a late throw, and Skinner just almost took that one back. They're 6 for 15 on 3rd down. They have a 3rd and 1 here.
3rd and 1, and just shy of the end zone, looking for a throw, and it goes to Sean Griffith. He gets his feet into the end zone. Touchdown for the Nittany Lions.
And that is exactly what you needed there. That touchdown is going to allow you to have some breathing room. You can take your time on defense. Obviously, you want a quick stop. You still got all your timeouts. You still got, 4 minutes left to go. They're going to go for 2 here. They're going to try and bring this within 3.
Hey, if they can do that and then get a field goal, they're going to tie it up. I think that's just fine. And they're able to get it in there. Richard Williams finds a hole in the middle. Look at the O-line creating a wide open hole for Richard Williams to run down. But now the Hokies get their hands back on the ball. We got to hope for a 4th and out if we're part of Penn State.
And if you're Penn State, you don't necessarily need a quick stop, but a quick stop will definitely be appreciated if you are the Nittany Lions.
Hokies looking to run out this clock as much as they can, and stepping back is Busby. Quick throw up the middle. Kozlov gets shut down quick though. 2nd and 3.
And a great catch here by Kozlov, and an even better hit there at the end of the play by Barry Graves.
Ooh,
Barry
it's a
Graves
shoulder
is a
tackle.
headhunter.
That looked rough. The only thing uglier than that hit is going to be his hospital bill. Lining back up on the ball, the right hash mark of the 33. And the Hokies have a lot of players on the line of scrimmage, handing it off to Kozlov, but doesn't get too much farther than the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 1 is where he sat down.
3rd and 1, and good tackle there by Amari Slade. And if you're Penn State, you need this one right here, because your chances, they significantly drop if they get this 1st down.
3rd and 1, 3 minutes left here in the 4th quarter, and Penn State need 3 points to tie this one up. Hokies draining out the clock for every second it's worth, and the tension is only building that much more. 5 seconds left on the timer, waiting on the ball to snap. Linebacker steps up and handing it off to Kozlov, who runs up left side. He's able to get the 1st down needed, but not much after that. Good Lord, he's fighting for yards. 17 yards on the rush.
That is exactly what Virginia Tech needed. They're up past midfield, but still, Penn State not out of this. They have all 3 of their timeouts, but you're going to need to stop quickly.
2 seconds left. 2 minutes on the clock. This is bad news for Penn State. Neil Downs with a 3-yard rush, and the clock keeps going from there. 2.25 minute left. And Busby hands it off yet again, but taken down to the backfield. It's Kozlov.
Tackler by Tyler Lee. Kozlov going to fall forward, but now 3rd and 5. Virginia Tech 8 for 15 on 3rd down. This is essentially the game right here.
This could be it. One successful play will keep Hokies in the lead, and a bad one will let Penn State come back. Big throw up the middle, and it's deflected down by Rooks. Great play for the Penn State D. What's going to happen from here?
And have a day, young man. Virginia Tech, they're going to punt. So Penn State, 2 minutes, maybe a little bit less than that after the end of this punt. 1 timeout, and probably a really long field to go. You're going to have a chance to tie this one up or take the lead. This is where legends are made right here.
1:57 is exactly where the clock sits. In Penn State, line back up on the ball for what could be their last drive of the night. 1st down as Papadaki steps back into the pocket. Big throw up left side goes to Sean Griffith. Only 4 yards, though. We're going to need a lot more than that.
And luckily for them, that stops the clock. So 1:54 left to go. Gives you a chance to regroup, call a play, and get reset.
Invest in the passing game, but we're going up for the run instead. That's Richard Williams on the rush, able to find a first down needed as the team rushes straight back onto the ball. The clock isn't ticking though. 150, 149, and waiting on the snap. That's Papadaki stepping back in the pocket, feels pressure though. Big throw up the middle. It's complete to Knight Rowe.
Yep, still one timeout, just above 90 seconds to go. Knight Rowe with his 8th catch of the night.
130, and the ball is dropped shortly afterwards. What the?
They're gonna spike that one. They want to stop the clock. You have 2 downs to get this. That's a great call.
3rd and 2. And Papadaki stepping back into the pocket. A huge throw up left side, almost intercepted, but couldn't keep his hands on the ball. 4th and 2 is where Penn State are. But looks like they're going to go for it. I don't blame them. You've got everything riding on this play. Papadaki in the pocket. He feels a lot of pressure back there. Forces a throw. It's complete. That's Knight Rowe on the reception, getting him a first down and keeping them in this game. 1:22 on the clock.
Hey, they don't call him the Greek god for a reason. Apollo Papadaki with ice in his veins. And they're continuing to row that boat gently down the field. They get to the 40-yard line just outside of Angus Osborne's range. So they have a chance to tie this one up. You know, they're taking a deep breath.
1:10 on the clock as the ball is snapped. Papadaki steps back in the pocket. He feels pressure yet again, and he's sacked one more time. 2nd and 16. Stony Deal on the sack.
Uh-oh, this one is getting tight. Stony Deal just able to beat his man on the outside, and a great play there, bringing down Apollo Papadaki. And now you're closer to midfield. You still got that timeout, but now it's 2nd and 16. You need to bring this, maybe get about 10 yards to get back into field goal range, but you still want that first down.
So close, but yet so far. More than halfway down the field, and Papadaki looking for a target, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 16.
And that's a great play by the Virginia Tech defense. And 3rd and 16, you need to get a lot of this back, and then you're going to have a decision to make.
A big decision indeed. Stepping back in the pocket, big throw up right side. It's barely complete to DJ Mayo, but 4th and 3 is the point of the field.
Yeah, up to the 35-yard line. Are they going to kick it? This is going to be a 52-yard field goal to tie it up. The wind and everything. Angus Osborne to tie it up.
Oh my God, to tie it up. 52-yard goal with wind and all in the line. Oh my God, it's good. Penn State just tied it up here in the 4th.
You know, 52-yard field goal. That probably would have been good from 55, 56, maybe even 60.
And Hokies have 45 seconds to respond. Less than that on the clock.
43 seconds, 3 timeouts. They can go down the field. They can put this one away.
Busby has a lot of pressure on his shoulders, the weight of the world to be exact. Let's see how he handles it. Big throw up middle to get themselves a first down for Bertram. That's a great way to respond, but we're going to need a lot more yards than that. Lining up for another first down. He's got receivers, a lot of options to play with. He's got Locklear. He's got Melanishin. Who's he going to look for? It gets intercepted. Penn State have their hands back on the ball, and he's shut down shortly after, but interception gets Penn State back in control.
The clutch play from Grayson James, and that is absolutely the nightmare scenario for the Hokies. They just put the Penn State Nittany Lions on the 40-yard line with a timeout, 29 seconds. They just need to create enough space, and they can put this one away.
1 or 2 more drives, and then 1 more field goal will get them in the lead. Penn State dreams have never been more alive. Big throw up right side, and it's complete to Cyrus Sapp. 20 yards on the reception.
And now you're in the range of Angus Osborne. So now, do you want to run the clock out? Do you want to try and get closer? But while we wait for the next play, Overhunt Twitch, an 11-yard touchdown pass to Jay Sharpless for Auburn. They now trail 48-42 with 1:44 left. I said this was going to be a stacked Tuesday night. I meant that. This is a great way to open up Tuesday.
You were not kidding, Val. 25 seconds as they line up on the right hash mark of the 23, and a receiver on each side. Papadaki in the pocket, feels the pressure. Big throw up middle, but gets shut down right after. Sean Griffith gets picked up and slammed down. Alabama slam is what we call that. And lining back up quick. 2nd and 7. Not much time to work with. 12 seconds left on the clock. Looking for a throw from Papadaki. He gets his hands on 2. That's a good catch on Griffith. 6 yards, 1st and 10, but they're going to go for a play. This isn't field goal territory for them. They're going for the full 7. They want the whole shebang. One more play. Snap the ball. Oh. We're going into overtime.
They could have called timeout. That was perfect range for Angus Osborne, but now Virginia Tech, they're going to stay in this one. I don't know what the move was there for Penn State, but now Virginia Tech's still alive in this game. They're going to start the ball. They're going to start with the ball. Penn State is.
They're a little bit farther down the field than where they once were, but that's A-okay for Penn State. They still have control. Ball gets loose, though, but not picked up afterwards.
And a great play there by Apollo Sanchez. Has this Virginia Tech defense there? They just had a breath of relief.
Papadaki in the pocket, forces a throw, goes to night row yet again, 6 yards on the reception. 3rd and 4 is where they sit.
10 catches, 154 yards and a touchdown. If you're Penn State, you need this first down. Marcel Wheeler credited with the tackle there. They're 7 for 18 on 3rd down here tonight.
2 on each side, and stepping back way deep in the pocket. Papadaki feels the pressure, and running up left is Richard Williams, but loses a yard on the reception. 4th and 5.
The clutch play there by Crew Henderson is now, it's looking like they're going to set up for an Angus Osborne field goal here on that 4th and 5. That's the 2nd tackle for loss of the night by Crew Henderson.
4th and 5, and looks like they're going to go for a field goal. Pretty darn far, 32 yards to be exact. Let's see how it goes down. It's complete. Penn State just put up 3 points.
All right, so now Virginia Tech, they're in the driver's seat. A touchdown wins it, a field goal, we go to 2nd overtime. Does Drew Busby have ice in his veins? We're about to find out.
Can he handle the pressure? The weight of the world is only getting heavier as he steps back into the pocket. O-line's doing their job, but not well enough, apparently. Sacked for 8 yards. Busby down quick.
Waylon Nelson with his 3rd tackle of the game, his 1st sack, and that was huge. Because now they're around the area where you're questioning a field goal or not. So if they stay in this area, they're in dangerous territory. Let's just put it that way. 2nd and 18.
That they are. 2nd and 18. And lining back up yet again, stepping back in the pockets, Busby. And he's got a lot of field to make up for. Able to complete a throw, but can't find too much yardage afterwards. 3rd and 15.
Kozlov with a nice 3-yard catch there. Barry Graves on the hit. 3rd and 15. That's Graves' 11th tackle of the night. And if it's 3rd and 15, do you want to get back into field goal range, or do you want to try and go for it all? Do you want to go for the end zone? Or do you want to get comfortable with your 3 points?
Crazy place to be. 3rd and 15. One final opportunity for Busby and the rest of the Hokies offense. Big throw up the middle, but Camille Locklear is taken down right afterwards. 5 yards on the reception. 4th and 10 is where they sit. They're going for a field goal. They want to go to 2nd OT.
42 yards to tie this one up. Can they put it in?
It's complete. It's complete. We're going to 2nd overtime.
Chip Lightfoot with a nice kick there. Just inside there. And Texas taking the win over Auburn on Twitch, 48-42. So welcome in all the Twitch viewers. We're here at 2nd overtime.
2nd OT, a big throw up the left side, and that one's going to go to John Lee. It's complete, but just shy of a 1st down. 2nd and 1.
And a much better start to this drive here from Busby and the Virginia Tech offense.
On the left hash mark of the 16, Got a lot of bodies on the line of scrimmage. Busby stepping back in the pocket. He's got a lot of room to play with. Tatum Melanishin gets her hands on the ball. 7 yards on the reception. We're first and goal.
That's her 5th catch of the night, and it's first and goal for the Hokies now.
First and goal, and a lot of time to play with. Nothing but time for Drew Busby. Finds another quick throw up the middle, but it's incomplete this time. 2nd and goal.
And what a game for Barry Graves. He's going to swat that one out of there. 2nd and goal here from the 9.
You've still got time to play with. Plenty of time indeed. And Busby handing in this one off. Up the run, that's Ravana Kozlov, but no yards found. 3rd and goal.
Barry Graves once again bringing up 3rd and goal from about the 9 once again. They're going to have to air this one out to try and get into the end zone. 8 for 17 on 3rd downs on the night for the Hokies. Let's see if they can put this one in.
Busby stepping back in the pocket, looking for a quick throw up the middle, but it's intercepted. It's intercepted. Penn State have their hands on the ball. He's shut down right afterwards, but the dreams for the Hokies have just been shut down quick. Humongous interception from 26.
The 2nd interception of the night for Carlos Rooks, and that might be the biggest one of the day. As they're going to start this at the 25-yard line, all you need to do, stay within field goal range, put it on the foot of Angus Osborne.
Quick throw up the middle. It's complete, and fighting for some yards afterward. He's slammed down right after. Sean Griffith with 7.
A nice 7-yard gain. All you got to do is just maybe even punch this one in for a touchdown too. But if not, you are definitely not angry at the fact you're putting this on the foot of Angus Osborne.
3 receivers on the left side. He looks for one. Quick dump down the left. He's able to find a 1st down. He's just shy of the goal line. Knight Rowe with a 16-yard reception. 1st and goal is where they sit.
And that's been their bread and butter play for Knight Rowe. They hit him on the screen, and he's just going to make one miss right here. Like always, misses one tackle, and he's going to find a big gain. They're down to about the 2, maybe even the 1-yard line. Can they punch this one in for a touchdown and come out of here with a win?
2 yards needed, and they're going to be the victors of tonight's battle. Handoff up the right side, and 22, Richard Williams wins the game for the Lions.
What a game that was. 2nd overtime. It looked like Virginia Tech could have won that, and Penn State could have won it at the end of regulation as well. What a game that was. Congratulations to Penn State. Congratulations to the Nittany Lions. Great game from the Hokies. And just a great game overall here to start us off on YouTube here on this Tuesday night.
A hard-fought battle from both the Hokies and the Nittany Lions, but they came out on top. Penn State, after a long, hard battle, after being down on the score for so long, they finally come out on top. That being said, that's going to wrap up our action for today, but we've got more for you at 8:30 Central here on the YouTube and the Twitch as well, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for some more.